Oh, and welcome to Deadlight. This is going to be a short playlist, I imagine anyway. It's, from what I understand, a short game. This dropped onto my radar after watching a Let's Play by Revocaine. I saw him stream a little bit of this first, and then he started actually Let's Playing it on his YouTube channel, which you can find the link to on my featured YouTube sidebar-y thing. But yes, Deadlight is, well, for want of a better way of describing it, an action-adventure indie platformer zombie survival horror-like game. It was released by Tequila Works, rather the developers, and published by Microsoft. I believe it was first brought out on the Xbox. Following that, it was released on the 25th of October on Steam for PC, and that is how I am playing it. It's a pretty good game. It's a 2D platformer, and yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a solid platformer as far as platformers go, with a bit of a grim tragedy kind of storyline. There are lots of little optional bits you can find if you're interested in the lore of the game, in the actual the characters' lives, that sort of thing, the actual story running through it. There's lots of stuff you can do to find out about that. It starts you off with this diary. I have played about 20 minutes worth of the game already, just to test to make sure my settings are alright, so everything should be working okay at this point. So the first episode here, I'm going to know what I'm doing. It doesn't mean I'm not going to die, but I'll know roughly what I've got to do. But as I was saying, you start off with this diary. Now, you do start picking things up. Like this page here is one that you, that one there is one that you find during the adventure. I'm not going to make a point of reading the diary, at least not the start off text. There's a lot of it, as you can see. I am going to probably read the pages as we find them in the game, because it does have an interesting story. I quite like it. And I'm going to read the first page as well. We play a character called Randy Wayne, or Randall Wayne, and this is his diary. So I think the first page here is going to set the scene, and then the continuing pages then, I'll give you a brief synopsis of what is going on, where we are in the story, and then I'll read new pages as we discover them. So, without further ado. 1985, May 15th. I never thought that I could do something like this, resorting to a diary to express myself. But come on, what have I got to lose? My name is Randall Wayne. My friends call me Randy. However, I don't know many that call me that. A few days ago I turned 33. I live in Hope, a small town in British Columbia. We're in a valley surrounded by nature, which is situated in the southwest of this great country called Canada. Here we have everything we need to be happy. If you compare my town to other cities, they're garbage. If I speak about those cities that I see on TV, Hope always seems the best place in the world for a man like me. My work also keeps me happy. I work as a park warden, right here in the mountains. My work requires me to spend a lot of time far from home and to be in direct contact with the trees and animals. I normally hike up the mountain by myself. A man can trust the mountain. The mountain never disappoints you. I don't need anything else. Sometimes having someone close is dangerous. Ordinary people speak too much and always disappoint you in the end. So that is your first glimpse into the character of Randall Wayne, or Randy to his not so many friends. He's a bit of a grim, dark character, quite pragmatic. I would almost say, well, I'm hesitant to call him a sociopath, because he's not. He has a daughter, he has a wife, he cares about them quite a lot, though it seems his marriage is on the rocks from reading the diary, but he's struggling with these demons. He's got a very sort of disconnected view on the world. Now, in terms of the game and what set the world on the path to destruction, it doesn't really tell you. It mentions that there was some unrest in Europe, some riots, things like that. Randy doesn't really keep up with the news, so his glimpses into this are fairly fleeting. But it appears that some sort of unrest was going on, and it looks like it all stemmed from that. There was talks about rabies, about people becoming really aggressive, as rabies will do. But eventually some sort of infection hit America, and then through America got to Canada, and that's obviously where Randall lives. It didn't take very long for all this to happen, less than a year, about half a year in total from the time of this first page here to when the shit is thoroughly hit the fan, pardon my French, or rather my English, otherwise it would be merde. But yeah, it doesn't take long at all. And this is set when we pick up the game. It's going to be 1986. Now, when all of this stuff is going on, somewhere along the way, Randall loses his daughter and his wife. He gets back to the house and they're gone. A lot of people packed up, though, and fled while he was out trying to fight with the other men of his town, the Town of Hope, and try and hold back this stuff. This stuff just eventually overpowered them. Chaos ensued. And somewhere he lost track of his wife and daughter. And he's trying to find them right now. He's got a friend, Ben, and they made their way to Seattle, where they've met some other people. Twins, two girls, Carla and Stella, and a gentleman whose name I cannot recall, an aged cop. And that's more or less where this is going to pick up from now. But, yeah, there we go. That is Randy in a nutshell. So, we're going to go ahead and join the game. This is going to be a fresh game. I've deleted my previous progress, though for some reason the pages and things that I've discovered do linger. Actually, that does give me the option of quickly showing this as well. Hidden secrets. Little things we can find, like people's newspaper clippings, IDs that you pick up. I don't think it has anything to do with anything. The newspaper clippings probably have something to do with it, but the IDs, I think they're probably people who some of you will recognize, like real people, but I don't know. But yes, let us jump right into it. So, I present to you Deadlight.
Just like sharks.
You see, I didn't know that when sharks stopped moving they died, so this game has already taught me something. And you are really letting your beard go. My God, Randall. Oh my Lord. Crazy eyes.
Save yourself.
Oh, both of you had crazy eyes. That was freaky. 4th of July, Independence Day. 145 days after Patient Zero.
After the storm came the calm and silence that make men crazy.
The one on the left is Ben. The guy who's on the right is the police guy. And obviously,
Can you tell me what the fuck happened here?
the remaining girl is Stella.
She knew she shouldn't have gone outside.
You killed her, you bastard! You
Well,
murdered her!
put her out of her misery, I prefer to think of it as.
What the hell have you done?
Why?
Shot her in the head. I thought it was
You're already
obvious.
dead by now because of your little sister.
How many times have we said not to separate from the group?
I don't know, 40,
Never.
50. I mean,
Means never.
yeah, that's right.
Shot drawing their attention even more.
Either we reach the military shelter.
I should have
and talk
used a
about so
spade,
much
perhaps.
grandpa, or we'll die right here.
Radio message said that it was around here. It's a bit more than 5 miles west.
Okay.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
I'm not leaving my sister here all alone.
Your sister's not here anymore, it's just a corpse. An infected one at that.
Sam, Ben, Stella, get out of here. Get to the sea. I'll meet you. I've got to find my family.
Indeed.
It's the only place they could have gone.
Stay strong, Randy, and good luck.
Oh, don't
I
worry
know
about
we'll
Randy.
find them.
He's stronger than all three of you
That
put together.
day
And
was not
multiplied
the
by
beginning
10.
of anything, or the end of something. It was just one more day. A day like any
And that
other.
sentence alone just terrifies me. It's like,
The world was
what kind of
dying,
days must you have had, Randall,
we were its
for this to just be
survivors.
another day for you? My lord. Now, we're going to be in your stereotypical tutorial level. So it's going to be fairly gentle on us, and there'll be lots of hints and tips thrown up. But to give you the lowdown, oh, we can interact. Okay.
The body is full of bites and bruises.
Well, that's what happens when you go outside
She's been shot point blank in the
and
head.
get shot point blank in the head. But yes, we're in the foreground. This is a 2D platformer. Despite everything being rendered and in 3D, it is a 2D platformer. But that doesn't mean the background is static, or rather just an animated image. Later in the game, you'll see things happen like, well, quite soon actually, like zombies like laid down or whatever, or slumped against a wall in the background, and as you walk past them, they'll wake up and shamble towards the foreground. And once they're in the foreground, they can interact. Now, they do run quickly. These are not your Night of the Living Dead zombies. These are your 28-day later zombies. But there's lots of things you can do, like that. You can manipulate the environment to protect yourself, and sometimes Randy will do that automatically. Sometimes you need to do it expressly. Oh, what's this?
The wood is rotten and the planks.
Then let's not stand on it, shall we? The wood is rotten. So I'm just going to stand on it until it breaks under my weight, and then I can go join all the zombies and never find my daughter or my wife again, because I'm stupid.
Seattle's safe point must be the last stronghold in all the Pacific Northwest.
So that's where we're going to head.
Anybody alive must be trying to reach it.
That's not a good thing, though. I think the best place for us would be not where everyone else is trying to get to. Honestly, I've seen lots of zombie films, Randy. You should trust me on this. Wherever the people are, it's bound to go wrong sooner or later. Now, we're going to manipulate the environment a little bit here and smash those planks down there. If, like, I know what I'm doing right now because I've played through this a little bit, but if, for example, you missed the jump and fell down there, it would make a point of telling you, oh, you know, your weight isn't enough to break the planks, and it does give you a lot of hints. But generally speaking, you're probably not going to need them. If you've played any sort of games like this before, it should be fairly obvious what you need to do from one moment to the next. At least in the beginning, anyway. Okay, got to crouch through here. And again, I mean, because this is a tutorial area, there are going to be lots of contrived situations that are there just to show you the sort of mechanics in this game. The things that you're going to be expected to know that will equip you to solve problems later on. Okay. Now, I humiliated myself about 3 or 4 times trying to do this jump when I tested the game out earlier. It wasn't good. I'm going to try and do it without failing once. And if I succeed, I'm going to be pleased. If not, well, there's not much I can do really. I'm just going to make a face that you're not going to be able to see, highlighting my impotence. The situation will have won, as always it does. I will just be here, scowling at people that can't even see my scowl.
Ben and the others made it out. They deserve better than this world.
Oh, really? Because that girl was a bit derpy. She wanted to stay with a corpse in a world where the dead routinely get up and eat the living. It doesn't seem very sensible, even if it was your sister. But again, there's lots of different types of environmental things that you can use to your advantage, or which will happily kill you if you give them the opportunity to. And this first level is just going to teach us a couple of them. There are a few more later in the game from what I saw in Revacane's Let's Play. It's been a good few months though since then. I think he played this when it first came out. I couldn't swear to that though. But if you look up in the top left, you'll see my health. I can get hit 3 times. And my stamina bar, as I run around, that goes down. If I'm on a ledge, which I'll show you now, it will gradually run down. As you can see there, when it runs out, I fall. So we're going to be trying to avoid that wherever possible.
It says here the highway is at the end of this tunnel.
Okay.
It's a straight shot to the safe point. Shannon and Lydia might even be there by now.
What is this anyway? Is this a sewer? I want to make some sort of obligatory sewer level joke, but I can't tell if it is a sewer or not. I think it is. Either that or some sort of treatment plant or something. Oh, whoa, whoa. That gave me a fright the last time I played as well. This game makes very good use of the fact that even though I'm only walking on one two-dimensional plane, it is a 3D game. There's things in the foreground, things in the background, things in the middle ground. And on the wall, there's graffiti. Hell is other people. Randall would certainly agree with that. If you wish another to keep your secret, first keep it to yourself. That's quite wise as well. The inferno begins here. No, I want to examine. There we go.
Dead people, corpses. They don't impress me anymore.
It's worrying that they impressed you before, honestly. But yeah, normally you'd be able to pick up an ID from him, but since I've already picked one up in my test, and it doesn't seem to get rid of that part, even if I can undo my progress. Oh, no, I don't want to go into the water. I cannot swim. But even if I undo my progress, it doesn't undo my achievements and the things I've unlocked, so there may be one or two that you will miss me picking up as a result of that. But by and large, once this first episode is out of the way, I'll be back into my blind territory again. Wow, as blind as it can be, having watched a Let's Play of it a few months ago. Now, here's an example of things in the background interacting with things in the foreground. Let's go down there. You'll see in just a second. Though, I seriously have to call zombie bullshit at what's about to occur. Notice how fast they're moving. They're shambling corpses, and they're outrunning me in waist-high water. It's just, it's not right. It's embarrassing is what it is. Let's get up here. Now, I'm quite impressed with the amount of variation the game has in, like, the... No, what the hell did you do? As I was saying, I'm not going to let that defeat me. I'm quite impressed with the amount of variation in the sounds that Randy makes, and, well, just anything really, in the way he interacts with his environment. Like, if you're running in one direction and then change direction sharply, he'll skid. And this is a first aid kit, but we don't need it. Now, I don't... Oh, they noticed me straight away, damn it. I was going to say... no, go through. I don't know whether you can sneak or not. I don't think you can with the looks of it. Now...
According to the map, I should cross this highway to get closer to the safe point.
And you see up there, the zombies are trying to get out of the door, which is kind of cool. I'm just going to let my stamina regen, and then try and avoid certain doom. Neatly avoided. Now this is a good illustration of the sort of foreground background thing. In the background there are steps up onto that road. Nice and easy. I could just walk up them and across. But no. Randy refuses. He refuses to use very good solid steps because he has extreme tunnel vision. And there was something on a corpse here, you see there. So, again, I've picked that up, but for those of you who are playing and looking to complete everything, there's something there. And there's someone in that car. Now, The birds around here don't seem to be too aggressive and rabies infected, honestly. The ones in 28 Days Later got very nasty when they were infected. But these ones seem okay.
This is what's left of our world now. These are the leftovers of the war between men and shadows.
Shadows are what Randy calls the zombies that aren't zombies, that really are zombies. Them in the background there. Though what's making their eyes glow red, I do not know. It's a little bit too much artistic license, if you ask me. Okay. Let's keep going. And you can swap sides, which becomes important if you're trying to, like, climb a ladder or something. I'm going to take a sip of drink. Shantytown in a storm drain? I don't know. Seems a bit, okay. Oh, I remember this bit. Run away. And as soon as he drops in there, I will jump over his head. Oh no, I won't, because the game is a massive troll. But I will avoid him like that. A lot of the combat in this game is more or less avoidance. Because like in most zombie films or zombie games, it's all about not getting bit. Fighting a zombie is just never clever. They don't seem to run on stamina like we do. They never get tired. They're just want to kill you, basically. They're not afraid of you. You can't intimidate them, etc., etc. Now, we need this axe.
Firefighter's axe.
Though we don't need the head that it's attached to. So we'll just throw that away. A little bit grim, really. But yeah, thank you. Now, over here, we can smash that. And get through. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to go up. But now we've got a weapon, if Randall would stop being a derp, now we've got a weapon, we can fight a bit, like this guy here.
No time to
You
waste.
can perform takedowns once they're on the floor. Damn it. Like now. If I hold this down, I should take him apart. Uh-oh. And that fuzzy sort of lighting effect is where... Oh, balls, he's getting back up. It's where my stamina's low. So I need to stand over him and hold down B. There we go. He's dead. We may now progress. I remember in Revocane's Let's Play, he forgot about holding down B. And that is the only reason why I'm remembering it right now, is because he forgot it. And loads of people in the comments were constantly going on about it. And it's such an easy thing to forget, honestly. But as a result, I don't think I'm going to forget. And if I do, I'm giving you permission to mock me mercilessly. Come on, you gits. And die. Oh, no. No, no, no. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, shit. Shit. Get on my way. Jump. Leave me alone. Do not want to die. And up. And there we go. That's what happens when I try to be clever and use the environment to kill things. They glitch through it and then eat my ankles. Or my back, or my face.
Damn storm.
Well, I don't know. Storm's pretty good. And mask your scent. Not that I'm saying you smell, Randy, but, okay.
Lydia? No. I must be tired. My mind is wandering.
Maybe you're coming down with something from the storm. Maybe you are right. Damn storms. Though still, I think the whole masking scent thing is probably quite useful. But, although I say that they're zombies but not zombies, it doesn't... I mean, it doesn't... Oh, shit. Get through. Let's run. Oh, okay. it doesn't really go into what's made them. It doesn't have to, really. I kind of appreciate it. What the hell just happened there? I don't even know what just happened there. You were meant to grab the ladder, you derp. But as I was saying, I kind of appreciate it when games don't fill in all the blanks because they know that it's a game, you know? It's, in a way, it's breaking the fourth wall. It's going out of its way to give you information that wouldn't make sense to be available to you. But it understands that you're a player playing a game, and thus having this information would be handy and useful for you. Now, that body down here, again, you can get stuff off it, but I've already picked that up. And the way I'm thinking of doing the stuff that I pick up, like the diary entries, the newspaper clippings, things like that, is I'll check them out in the next episode from when I pick them up. Like, I'll go through my secrets found and check out all the new stuff, if that makes sense. And I'll do that for the diary entries as well, because from what I've seen, the diary entries are written as if Randall sat down and wrote what had happened in like the last couple of minutes, but without having sat down. You find these things like just lying around on people's corpses, so I don't really understand how that works. But I'm not going to question it too much. But it will probably keep pacing if I read it in the next episode over, if that makes sense, because it'll be talking about stuff that happened in the previous one. Now, down there, a la Left 4 Dead, we're about to set off a car alarm. And it's kind of obvious from the big flashy light on it.
Run, man, run.
Yeah, because we would not remotely be able to deal with these things. Not even remotely. Jump,
Shit, there's too
jump.
many of them.
Just keep moving. Don't worry now. You're better than this. And up. So Daisy. And we're safe, you see? And we get to watch them do funny roly-polies down the hill as well. I could go down there and fight them, but I prefer to taunt them from up here. Yeah, but that gets old pretty quickly. Now, haha! Wow, that didn't happen like that last time at all. What happened last time when I was playing this through, in the test that I mentioned, I was at the window and that thing reached out and started chewing on my ankles. And then I came in here and beat him up. He didn't, as he just did there, climb out the window and commit suicide. Well, as much suicide as a dead person can do, I suppose. But there's, again, something going to be on that body. And very soon we're going to be into... Oh, no, I want you to go up, you fool. It is finicky sometimes. But we're about to be in my blind territory, so you'll start to see me picking the things up very shortly. No, what am I doing? I want to jump. But it looks like it's coming up to the 30-minute mark, so I think this is as good a place as any to wrap this up. In this episode, we have been introduced to the protagonist and a couple of his friends. We now know what our goal is. It's to get to some safe house and optionally, or perhaps primarily, find our daughter and maybe our wife. I mean, you know, like I said, the marriage is on the rocks by the looks of the diary. But no, I don't think Randy is that mercenary. He loves her even if things are rough at the moment. So we're going to have to try and find her. But that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this. Again, this isn't going to be a very long game. From what I understand, it's only a couple of hours long, so we're not going to see too many episodes of this, but it'll tide things over whilst I wait for some more hardware that is going to be required to record the next Let's Play I have in mind. I am not going to spoil it for you, though I imagine those who talk to me on a regular basis already know what I'm intending to Let's Play. But yeah, I'll leave it for a surprise for those who don't know. But that's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. But until then, do take care.